the Black Heroes Foundation, our vision is a world where Black heroes are acknowledged, respected and celebrated. And we bring joy by using the arts in order to tell these stories. As part of Wandsworth Library's celebration of Black History in Black History Month in 2019, we created an oral history. And we went into the community in Wandsworth. We interviewed people to collect oral histories. We then put an exhibition online of these oral histories and created a visual exhibition as well, where we've put posters which have got links to the online stories. And we put this exhibition in the libraries of Wandsworth, and also invited school children. So parties of school children came into Wandsworth libraries, where they saw the exhibitions, listened to the stories, and they also had a little piece of drama. A play was played for them as well. And so what we have done from this Wall of Fame is to select some of the people from that collection that we believe should be in our London's Great Women of Colour Wall of Fame. And so we come on to Marsha Dakova. Now, Marsha Dakova was actually born in Bristol in 1976, but she moved to London, and she studied at South Bank University. And in 2017, she was elected as the MP for Battersea, and has been very, very active. And in actual fact, in 2017, she was made the Shadow Minister for Disabled People. And Marsha was born with a visual impairment herself. But Marsha works very hard for her constituents. And that has included visiting the Black Heroes Foundation several times. She even came to see us at our award-winning Black Hero Soul Food Cafe, which we used to hold on Lavender Hill at the wonderful Alani restaurant. Marsha also participated in this oral history project. And I can say that she was re-elected in the elections in 2019, and in April of 2020 was appointed as the Shadow Secretary of State for Women and Equality. And I would say that Marsha Dakova is a rising star, and we need to keep our eye on her. We then come on to who I consider to represent all our Black mothers out there trying to do something to help their children. And this is the wonderful Barbara McCloyd. Now, Barbara McCloyd was born in Jamaica in 1943, and she came to England in 1965. And when Barbara came to England, she went and trained as a nurse, and she trained as a nurse in Cambridge. Barbara then went on to work at Great Ormond Street Hospital, and whilst bringing up her family as well. And one of the many challenges she had in raising a family was those presented by the education services. And she had to really fight to get her children into the school that she wanted. And in doing the oral history as well, we also interviewed her son, Maurice McCloyd, and it was quite interesting hearing the different perspectives from her on living in Battersea in comparison to her son Maurice, and his experiences and thoughts of growing up in the borough. So that's a lovely Barbara McCloyd. Another person of note, and really a very well-deserving hero from the borough of Wandsworth, who perhaps sometimes is forgotten, is Olive Morris. Now, Olive Morris was born in 1952. She was actually born in St. Catherine in Jamaica. That's the parish where my father comes from. And she came to the UK when she was aged just 9. And she grew up in Wandsworth. One of the things that Morris did was to co-found Brixton Black Women's Group, and also an organisation of women from Asian and African descent. Olive also joined the British Black Panthers and was a core member of the British Black Panthers. She went to Manchester University, where she set up activist groups and also started a supplementary school. Supplementary schools being schools that Black people actually set up for their children to give them extra education on a Saturday. Olive also did quite a bit of work to do with housing and getting housing for women. And in the Squatter's Handbook in 1976, she actually appears on the front cover. Unfortunately, Olive died at the young age of 27 from cancer. And she actually died at St Thomas's Hospital, which is the same place as Flip Fraser's death, and also the site of the Mary Seacole statue. So she's yeah, in good company there. There is a building named after her on Brixton Hill. So that is the wonderful Olive Morris. Now, the next person that we look at is Claudia Jones. Now, Claudia Jones, lovingly known as the mother of the Notting Hill Carnival. She actually organised the very first Caribbean Carnival in response to the Notting Hill riots in 1958. And this really was the precursor to the Notting Hill Carnival that we now know. Claudia Jones was born in Trinidad in 1915. She moved to New York when she was aged just 8. And it was a poor, tough life that her and her family had in New York. And her mother died when she was a teen, when Claudia was a teenager, so she lost her mother in her teens. And Claudia actually joined a communist magazine, and went on to join the Communist Party. And in 1949, she wrote an essay called "An End to the Neglect of the Problems of the Negro Woman." Claudia was imprisoned numerous times during the McCarthy era, and eventually she was deported to London as an undesirable alien, where she then set up a newspaper, the West Indian Gazette, but also experienced the Notting Hill riots. And what she said when she decided to create this Caribbean Carnival was, she said that a people's art is the genesis of their freedom. So again, this importance of art and culture to humanity. So Claudia's Caribbean Carnival took place at St Pancras Town Hall in January of 1959. And as I said, it was the precursor to Europe's largest street party, the Notting Hill Carnival. Claudia died young, and she's actually buried at Highgate Cemetery, and she's buried to the left of Karl Marx, which I think says something about her. So I hope you enjoyed that little clip. And if you want to see the rest of it, please go and visit our website, blackheroesfoundation.org, where you will see that. Also as well, please do visit our website if you want to make donations. We also have a page on the local giving website, which you can go to as well. But I'd like to thank you very much for joining us on this webinar, and look forward to seeing you again at one of our events, at one of Wandsworth Library's events, and online as well. So thank you all very much indeed.